Emma was the queen of Accra's social scene. She had the looks, the style, the confidence. Everyone thought she was untouchable. But behind the perfect makeup and designer outfits, Emma was hiding a secret. She was deeply ashamed of where she came from, of her humble beginnings. So when her fiancé, the wonderful Kojo, invited her mother to a fancy dinner, Emma's world started to spin. Panic set in. The moment her mother walked in, Emma's heart pounded in her chest. She saw the worn-out dress, the calloused hands that had worked so hard to raise her, and she felt a wave of shame. In that split second, she made a terrible choice. As Kojo looked at her expectantly, Emma leaned in and whispered, "That's not my mother." Her voice was trembling, but her words were firm. The silence that fell over the table was deafening. Her mother's eyes filled with tears, and without a word, she turned and walked away. Emma thought she had saved her reputation, protected her glamorous image. But the look of disappointment on Kojo's face told her she had lost something far more important. The very next day, Kojo did something Emma could never have imagined. He drove for hours, all the way to Emma's village. He found her mother sitting outside her small, simple home. And then, he knelt down right there in the dirt before her. He took her worn, tired hands in his and pressed them to his forehead. "You raised the woman I love," he said, his voice full of respect. "I honor you." Just then, Emma arrived, her heart racing with regret. She saw Kojo, the man she was supposed to marry, honoring the mother she had just denied. Tears streamed down her face, blurring her vision. The man she loved wasn't ashamed. He embraced the very part of her she had tried to hide, in that single, powerful moment. All her pride, all her pretense, just shattered into a million pieces. She ran towards them, not caring about the dust on her expensive clothes, and fell to her knees beside Kojo. "Mama, forgive me," she sobbed, her voice choked with emotion. Her mother's arms, the same arms that had held her as a child, wrapped around her in a warm, forgiving embrace. Kojo stood beside them, his gentle eyes filled with love. He had shown her what true love really is. It doesn't run from the truth, it redeems it. Love is about embracing every part of a person, especially the parts they can't love in themselves. Emma learned that day that the most beautiful thing she could ever wear wasn't a designer dress, but the humility and grace her mother had tried to teach her all along. Thanks for watching. If you were moved by Emma's story, make sure to subscribe to Echoes of Passion for more short stories that touch the heart. See you next time.